All around the world, people report terrifying encounters with ghosts and spirits. Those who don't believe in the paranormal often change their mind when they see it for themselves. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 3 creepy apparitions. The girl with the missing face. For Sageti Genji, a nostalgic look through her family photo collection turned into a terrifying discovery. When glancing at a photo of her mother posing next to a signpost, she realised there was an apparition of a young girl wearing a white dress in the background. The girl appears to have no face or arms and is pictured simply standing behind the woman. Understanding that a photo so strange warrants sharing, Genji logged onto the Paranormal 360 website to display her ghostly finding. In her post, Genji stated, "The photograph was taken in 1943 in Hungary. My mother is in the foreground. The photo was taken by my father. A little girl is standing in the background. She has no arms, no face. It's like a ghost or a demon." Whether or not Genji was able to discuss the photo with her parents is unclear. One theory of how this photo could exist without paranormal activity is that the young girl had her arms behind her back and her head down, with the wind blowing her hair into her face. Irregardless of the situation, the photo is spine-chilling. Gettysburg National Military Park Ghosts. In July 1863, more than 165,000 Union and Confederate troops battled for over 3 days in the small town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Over 7,000 Americans were killed, 33,000 injured, and more than 10,000 missing. After the battle, the bloodiest of the Civil War, thousands of corpses were dumped into mass graves. Half of the town's original buildings are still in use, including makeshift hospitals and morgues for wounded and dead soldiers. With all the deaths surrounding the area, it's no wonder that at Gettysburg's National Military Park, sightings of apparitions seem to be a common occurrence. There have been hundreds of ghost sightings reported both by residents and visitors. One particularly haunted area in Gettysburg is known as Devil's Den. Devil's Den is part of the battlefield and contains a maze of boulders. One of the den's apparitions appeared to a young woman climbing on one of the rocks. She felt a hand grab her ankle and looked down to see a young man in Civil War uniform. She turned to get her friend's attention, but when she looked back down, the man was gone. Helpful Hippie is another apparition known to hang around the Devil's Den. One woman first noticed the hippie during an early morning visit where a man suddenly appeared among the rocks and pointed off in the distance saying, "What you're looking for is over there." The man then vanished. The woman described the apparition as disheveled, with shoulder-length hair topped with a floppy hat and wearing ragged clothing with bare feet. The description makes sense, as Texan soldiers didn't receive clothing packages from home, as Texas was then a remote frontier area. Confederate Texan soldiers were often labeled as dirty. Multiple visitors have spotted the helpful hippie since. One ghost at Devil's Den doesn't make its appearance known, but has other ways of interfering with people's visit. Many visitors to Devil's Den report malfunctioning camera and phone batteries in the area that seem to fix themselves outside of the area. Mark Nesbitt, a former Gettysburg National Military Park ranger and paranormal investigator, had an interesting theory to explain this phenomenon. Nesbitt believes that the culprit is the ghost of a fallen Confederate soldier whose dead body was moved to stage photos around the battlefield. Perhaps the disrespect this soldier experienced after his life ended motivated him to spend an eternity haunting photographs. What's specifically fascinating about the Gettysburg ghost sightings is many of them are reported by Civil War reenactment actors. It seems that restaging battles evokes more than just commemoration. One actor, Ray Hawk, saw the ghost of a soldier wearing original Civil War equipment. The soldier handed him 2 cartridges, which were later confirmed to be authentic Civil War ammunition. During another reenactment, actor Richard Knapp found a soldier lying in the bushes who appeared to be made out of a hazy mist. Knapp recalled the soldier shivering and looking as if he was in pain. Sights of apparitions have even been reported at the Visitors Center at the front of Gettysburg National Park. Perhaps this is because the Visitors Center holds many artifacts from the battle. There are also locations in the town of Gettysburg, but just outside the national park, that houses apparitions. At the Drummer Boy Camp Resort, the ghosts of soldiers have been seen walking in unison and then suddenly vanishing. The Dobbin House Tavern, built by Reverend Alexander Dobbin in 1776, now houses a restaurant, where the Reverend is allegedly still seen. Soldiers' apparitions have also been reported in Gettysburg Wax Museum, the Hall of Presidents. One house in the town has an especially bizarre paranormal background. The Jenny Wade house was the site of one of the direct civilian deaths of the Civil War. On July 3, 1863, when Jenny Wade was 20 years old, a Confederate bullet deviated from the battle scene, came through 2 wooden doors in her kitchen, and pierced her in the heart. Jenny Wade is reported to haunt that house to this day. The Gettysburg Hotel, steps away from the site of Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, is thought to be one of the most haunted locations in town. It's known for the apparition of a nurse named Rachel, who died inside the hotel during a battle. She's often spotted rushing down the halls and is thought to remove guests' belongings from their rooms in search of medical supplies. The final location of interest to apparition seekers is the Gettysburg College, which holds the title of the most haunted college campus in the world. Many apparitions have been identified there, from the Blue Boy to the Orphan to the Lone Sentinel. Pennsylvania Hall was a hospital during the battle, but now contains the offices of Gettysburg College. One popular story tells of 2 school administrators who were alone in the building at night. When they went to use the elevator, it went past their floor to the basement. When the doors opened, they saw a scene from the past. The basement was full of wounded soldiers and reeked of infection. A doctor turned to them and asked if they needed any help. The pair immediately took the elevator back up. It seems as if there's no spot in Gettysburg left not haunted. The White Lady. The White Lady isn't just a single apparition, she's an international phenomenon. In almost every corner of the world, legends exist of a White Lady, usually tall, slim, wearing white and with black hair, haunting the nearby area. You can find these stories of a White Lady in Europe, North America, South America, Russia, East Asia and Southeast Asia, typically in quite rural areas. It's unclear why her description is so similar around the world, as black hair is uncommon in Caucasian-dominated areas, and body types are viewed differently by different cultures. Most of the stories behind the White Lady apparition have a lot of commonalities, despite existing on several separate continents. The story also typically involves themes of loss, betrayal by a husband or fiancé, or unrequited love. In one story, the White Lady of Germany is thought to be the wife of a prince. The wife had an affair with a singer when the prince was away fighting a war. When the prince returned home and discovered his wife's betrayal, he had the singer drowned in the castle's moat. To punish his wife, he sealed her alive in the castle's wall with provisions of food and water. The prince later died in battle and wasn't able to keep replenishing her supplies. Brazil's White Lady is called Dama Branca. She's thought to be the ghost of a young woman who died during childbirth. She's said to occasionally recount her tragic death during her appearances. In another version of the story, the White Lady represents women dying at the hands of their father or husbands for cases of adultery or other actions considered dishonourable for a woman. In an Irish White Lady legend, the wife of a soldier finds herself in a state of mourning when the soldier passes out from intoxication and is executed for leaving his post while on duty. The widow's depression causes her to throw herself over the castle's ramparts to her death, while wearing her wedding dress still. She's since then been spotted roaming the castle grounds numerous times, earning her the title of the White Lady. These are just 3 examples of White Lady stories, however there are countless stories from all over the world. Do you believe there's truth behind these tales, or that witnesses are simply falling for the trick of the light? No matter the cause, the repeated sight of the same ghost is certainly a creepy coincidence. So what do you make of these different apparitions? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and help us by growing this community, whilst working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.